Let's look at wings today. The wing develops the aerodynamic forces to support an aircraft in flight. The wing stores fuel for the engines and supports the weight of the engines. It contains the fuel system equipment and hydraulic equipment for the attached leading edge and trailing edge flaps, spoilers and ailerons. The wings consist of the left, centre and right wing boxes. The left and right hand wing boxes are cantilevered from the centre wing box. The centre wing box carries the fuselage. The thickness and chord of the wings taper down towards the tip, and both wings are swept back from the centre wing box. The wing boxes consist of upper and lower wing skins and front and rear spars. The skin panels are reinforced with span-wise stringers and the spars are reinforced with vertical stiffeners. The left hand and right hand wing boxes are reinforced with cord-wise ribs, and the greater part of the enclosed volume is sealed so they can be used as the fuel tanks. The auxiliary structure of the wing includes the wing leading edge, trailing edge, winglet and flight control surfaces. The leading edge structure is cantilevered forward of the wing front spar. The trailing edge structure and control surfaces are cantilevered aft of the wing rear spar and supported additionally at the inboard end of the wing by the landing gear support beam. This support beam is attached to the fuselage, and then the outboard end of the support beam is connected to the rear of the rear wing spar. Looking at the fully extended trailing edge flaps here, with the aft flap, mid flap and fore flap towards the top. Now we've got in between the outboard and inboard flaps, we have got the inboard aileron. There we have the aft flap, mid flap and up the top there the fore flap. And there we have the outboard aileron and towards the wingtips, and as you can see with the static discharges on the trailing edge there for lightning protection. The rear spar with the hydraulic pipes feeding the various hydraulic drive units, and a drive shaft for the inboard flap drive units. And as you can see, the flaps do fold up into one another neatly once they're retracted. Up there is the landing gear support beam, which is attached to the rear spar about here and then attaches to the fuselage around about here. We're looking at the main wing box section that contains the number 3 main tank. Walking out towards the front of the wing, and we can see the 3 Kruger flap panels, number 3 engine, okay. We can see up into the leading edge there with the landing lights and the access panel and pressure panel. The fan on the number 3 engine, and we now have the variable camber leading edge flaps with the secondary refueling panel there, and behind that leading edge is the number 4 main tank, number 4 engine, that's the engine drains for any excess fuel, oil or hydraulics. And now we can look at the wing with the spoilers extended. They've been extended to get access to the foreflap, as it had to be removed to do a damage repair. The spoilers have been locked up with safety gags to prevent them from falling down on any engineer replacing the foreflap. And you can see the spar with the hydraulic pipes for the flap drive units there. We can clearly see the foreflap is missing, and it's been removed for some damage to be repaired. Now we're looking out towards the end of the wing, and we're now this outboard part of the wing is the reserve tank with the aileron attached to the rear of the spar. Now we're coming into the vent tank area. This should be dry, as this is only to use to provide a route for the fuel vapours to escape. Leading edge flaps, outboard engine number 4, this is a CF6-80. We're on the left hand wing now, and you can see the green drive shaft for the trailing edge inboard flaps. There we're looking up at the gear mounted to the rear of the rear spar and into the undercarriage, and that's the aft wall of the centre wing box section, which forms the centre wing tanks. Looking at the undercarriage, it's a bogie truck undercarriage with brake units and wheels. These tyres are inflated to around about 220 psi with dry nitrogen. Have a good look at the undercarriage there. Now we're on the right hand side, and you can see the drive shaft for the trailing edge inboard flaps going out to the drive units, and that was attached to the support beam. Having a close look at the flaps here, and you can see the drive unit that pushes the flaps out. And you can see how the flaps fold up into each other by the little cutouts. Looking down the wing, we have the vent tank roughly there, with the reserve tank roughly there. Between the two pylons we have the number 4 tank, and between the number 3 pylon and the fuselage is the number 3 main tank. Now looking at the horizontal stabilizer, similar construction to a wing. It has a front spar, rear spar, trailing edge and leading edge and ancillary structure with elevators attached to the rear of the rear spar. We're looking at the vent tank to the main tank of the stabilizer on the right hand side, and on the left hand side of the aeroplane we have the left stabilizer tank. Now we're looking up at the APU compartment, which is part of the tail cone of the aircraft. The APU is obviously in that area where it's all black and covered in muck. The APU exhaust up there with rear nav lights. Now looking at the left elevators and the left stabilizer with the left side of the tank.